I wasn't even gonna do this tonight. Well, I originally was planning to, but then plans changed. But since it's still not necessarily early, but there's still time in the night, and I got nothing else to do, well, may as well come on here and do this. Instead of 9:30 right now, it's 10:15, so I am quite late. But that's okay, I don't really have anything else to do. I did not get a chance to watch any more shows. Not only do I not have a lot of time and energy these days, I don't have a lot of motivation either. My dog is dying, okay? Give me a break. Toby, he hasn't really eaten anything for the past maybe 3 days. That's a pretty telltale sign of what's to come. We tried our best. We tried everything we could. His kibble, rice, chicken, soup, milk. We tried everything that he might be interested in eating, but he just doesn't eat anything. Tonight, we tried ordering a pizza because they love eating pizza crust. We typically don't let them eat the actual pizza part, you know, with the sauce and cheese and toppings. We don't let them eat that because it's too greasy for them. But at this point, we're desperate. We even tried to let him eat pizza on its own, and even that he refused. And that's a really bad sign. So, yeah, Toby hasn't really eaten almost anything in like 3 days. I think deep down we all know time is almost up. All I ask from the universe is that it doesn't happen on my birthday. That's all I ask. As much as it would suck for him to, unfortunately, pass a day before or a day after, it would suck the worst if he passed on my birthday. So all I ask from the universe is that it just doesn't happen on that day. You never know, he could just be feeling ill or whatever. And so that's why he's not eating. But usually, I think we all know this, whenever pets and animals get up in age and then they stop eating at a certain point, I think we know what that means. You know, tonight when we tried to give him pizza so that he would eat anything, I actually got a flashback to 5 years ago. We tried the exact same thing with Billy before he passed. Same thing, he was old, he stopped eating, we tried everything. We ordered a pizza because he loved eating pizza crust, same thing with all our dogs. And same thing, he refused to eat. Exact same thing happened 5 years ago. Only this time, it doesn't seem like we're going to reach the, So Billy passed 2 months after his 13th birthday, and today, on the day actually, today is August 17th, 1 month ago, on July 17th, was Toby's 13th birthday. At the rate right now, he may not make it another month. Billy passed after he was 13 and 2 months old. So with that in mind, that kind of gives me a timeline to expect. It's been 1 month since Toby's 13th birthday. So if we're lucky, we have another month, maybe more, but at this rate, at this current moment, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I don't know if it would be better or worse if he went in his sleep peacefully, undisturbed. Because on one hand, if he does, he'll go out painless, peacefully. But on the other hand, that would be it. No goodbye, no anything. Wouldn't be surrounded by his family, he would just simply go in his sleep. And if that's the case, we'll wake up, try to wake him to feed him, or even let him outside, and then that'll be it. As much as I would like to think that there is an afterlife and he'll be with his brother, as much as, that tries to give me comfort, me personally, I just don't believe in an afterlife. So once my boys are gone, that's it. It's difficult being the one to stay rather than the one to go. Sometimes it can be harder to stay than to go. I don't know if I'm even in the mood to talk about the other night when my friends came over to celebrate my birthday early. Let's see, today is Sunday. They came over Friday, which was exactly 1 week away from my birthday. They wanted to come over to early celebrate my birthday, and not only that, to give out the gifts that they got while they were in Japan. They kind of figured that on my actual birthday, I probably would not be available for them to come over to celebrate. And, yeah, they're probably right. Because if nothing bad happens on my birthday, my uncle may be taking us out to dinner. My uncle, aunt, cousins, my relatives, they may be taking us out to dinner. And fingers crossed, nothing bad happens that day, even a day after. That's better than on the day of. All we can do now is try our best to hold out hope that he'll last as long as he can. I don't know, I'm not, well then again, if I don't talk about it tonight, when will I talk about it? I was about to say, I may not be in the mood to talk about what we watched that night. But if I don't talk about it today, and if anything happens, then I'll never get around to talking about it. So yes, my friends came over this past Friday to celebrate my birthday early. They got me a couple gifts from Japan. They got me a small Decidueye and Greninja plush from the Pokémon Center. I feel like they totally looked at my Discord profile picture to decide which ones to get me. And also, I didn't want to tell them that earlier in the year when I went to Japan, I already bought a Greninja plush. In fact, I bought the big one. They got me the small one. I wasn't about to tell them that. Aside from the plushes, they got me some Pokemon packs. It's like the newest Scarlet and Violet deck. And I don't know anything about cards anymore. I stopped collecting a long time ago. At least the packs they got were not duds, you know? At least out of the 7 packs they gave me, there was something good in them. So I pulled the full art Zorua card, the one with N in it. I also pulled the full art Reuniqueless card. And then I got this shiny, sparkly Iron Thorns card. Well, I don't know how special that is. But yeah, at least I did get something special in it. Those pieces of cardboard came all the way from Japan. You know what question I've had in my mind for quite a long time now? Isn't our world's resources finite? So, where do we keep getting them? Where do we keep getting all this resources and materials? What do I mean by that? Well, think about it. All the stuff around us is made of something, right? Like, say, Pokemon cards are made of cardboard. Amiibos are made of plastic and whatever those plastics are made out of. But then you have to think. Stuff like that? They're not exactly being quote-unquote recycled and then reused, reshaped, remolded into something else. They're staying like that for quite a while. So the material used for those amiibos, the plastic used for those amiibos, they're staying as amiibos for quite a long time. Which means those materials are used up in the shape of an amiibo, or the cardboard. The cardboard making up a Pokemon card, well, that cardboard's used up. So, where do we keep getting the cardboard? Where do we keep getting the plastic? Right? Because it's not, you have to think, it's not just the amiibos or the cards. It's more figurines, it's more cards, it's just more and more and more. It's just more stuff being produced daily. So that's a ton of plastic figurines, a ton of cardboard cards, a ton of other materials. What about metal? What about stones? Well, stones, not really the best example, but like bricks to use houses. What about materials like that, where they're kind of used up for quite a long time? Wouldn't we eventually run out of material? Like, we run out of materials to make cars because we just used it all. We used up all the plastic in the world for figurines and whatnot. Like, where do we keep getting the materials from? Something like wood is a different story. We plant wood, we plant trees, we harvest lumber, and we make, we make house foundations, we make shelves, we make pencils, other stuff made of wood, desks, furniture. Wood is a different topic. We can plant that and we can just make more. Mother Nature will just provide us more. But would nature provide us with the materials to like make plastic? I guess, because otherwise where would it have come from, right? I don't know. What was I saying again? So they got me cards, they got me plushes, then they got me something else, which, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me can't help but feel a teensy bit disappointed by. So my friends and I, we started getting each other gag gifts for birthdays. We get them gay hentai as a manga. We get them a dildo. We get that kind of stuff, like a gag gift. A funny gift that, realistically, what would they ever use it for? So my friends, they went to Japan, and we know Out of everything Japan is known for, we know what one of those is. Come on, let's face it, we know. Not the food, not the scenery, not the culture. We know one other thing that Japan is known for. And the reason I couldn't help but be a little bit disappointed is because I'm not the only one who got this gift. You know, they got me extra stuff because it was my birthday coming up. But, you know, other friends who didn't go, they got stuff as well. So 2 of my friends who did not go to Japan with them, they got full-blown fleshlights. Literally a fake vagina tube to stick their meat into. They got full-blown fleshlights. But I didn't get one. Instead, what I got was like a mini-sized, portable, incognito, little jerk-off fleshlight that I got. Only it's not really in the shape of a pussy, it's more of, well, it's in the shape of an egg. It's in an egg-shaped container. It's supposed to be stretchy and malleable. And unlike a log, unlike a full-blown tube, it's supposed to stretch and adapt to the form and size. And supposedly it's only good for like 3 uses. Yeah, I couldn't help but be a little disappointed. Like, damn, you got me this small one, and then these guys over here, you gave to them right in front of me, like the actual deal. And then you got me the diluted version, the smaller version. Now, the reason they didn't get me a full-blown pussy, you know what I'm trying to say. The reason they didn't get me one is because they wanted it to be more incognito for me. They were afraid my parents were going to find it. But, you know, had they gotten me one, I would have found a way to hide it. I would have found a way to make sure nobody ever saw it. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? So they got me the one that's inside of an egg container, so that it's a little more discreet. My parents walking by, they see an egg-shaped container. They're not going to think there's a frickin' jerk-off, masturbate, fleshlight tube in there. Not only did they get me one, they got me 2. And hilariously enough, they got these in Japan. One of the containers said made in Japan, the other one said made in Vietnam. So I don't know if I'll actually be using them or not. And the main reason I don't know is because, well, my friends were all drunk and curious. They were playing around with it. A bunch of them were touching it. And now I'm just thinking, well, if I actually use it, am I going to get some sort of yeast infection? I don't know if I want to risk that. And oh yeah, let me tell you, my friends were absolutely drinking that night. One of my friends, he even said that after he got home, like in the morning, he threw up. He was hungover. He said he should not have went to bed immediately after he got home. I don't know. I don't drink. I don't plan to. I don't ever plan to. So I don't know. You tell me, was that a mistake? Should he have not gone straight to bed after he got home drunk? Let's see. I think it was yesterday in Pokemon Go. I got a shiny Galarian Zigzagoon. And then today, I got a shiny Paldean Wooper. I finally got done the portion of the golden bottle cap that was catch 1,500 Pokemon. 1,500 Pokemon. That was a tall order. Let me tell you, catching 1,500 Pokemon takes a lot of items, takes a lot of Pokeballs. You might be thinking, mind blown, no shit. Well, it's more than you'd think. You know, sometimes a Pokemon breaks out, sometimes you just miss. Sometimes you want to use a berry. So catching 1,500, yeah, it takes a whole hell of a lot of items. I almost ran out of Pokeballs. Regular Pokeballs, not Great Balls, not Ultra Balls, regular Pokeballs. Just because majority of stuff you catch is low CP, easy to catch with a regular Pokeball, and I hoard the berries I get from Pokestops. Raspberries, raspberries, but banana berries. Pineapple berries I use, so I don't hoard those. Raspberries and nana berries I hoard because I use those to feed my buddies to get more best buddies. So with my item bag being packed to the gills with berries, that leaves less space for Pokeballs, so I almost ran out of Pokeballs. Thankfully though, now that I'm done catching all 1,500, I can finally take a break. I don't have to catch every single Pokemon that spawns in my path. I'm surprised not once during the catch 1,500 that I actually opened up the mysterious box for Meltan. I planned to, but I never got a good opportunity to. I think had I done that, that would have shaved off like maybe 50 to 75 encounters maybe, which is better than nothing, right? I wonder once animals die, does Death of the Endless take them to the sunless lands as well? Or just humans? Okay, well, let me talk about what we watched that night. We were deciding on a movie for us all to watch. It was not Smile 2. I still have yet to watch that at some point. Matter of fact, I think Superman Legacy came out online recently, so I gotta watch that too. I did not get a chance to watch that in theaters. I wanted to watch it, but my cousin wanted to watch Fantastic Four First Steps instead, so we watched that instead. Sorry, James Gunn. Just know that I wanted to support your new universe. Have you guys seen the photo online of David Corenswet's Superman suit without the trunks? Now, obviously, that was not a completed suit. There was no belt either. If you ask me what my favorite Superman is, I think I gotta go with Tyler Hoechlin. This, of all places, the CW Superman may just be my favorite. Although, if you were to ask me who I feel like looks the most like Superman, out of all the actors who have portrayed Clark Kent Superman, or maybe not Clark Kent, because we know Tom Welling. Okay, so out of every actor who portrayed Superman on screen, who looks the most like Superman? I think I gotta go with Henry Cavill. Not because I'm a Snyder fan or whatever. It's just based on looks. Which actor looks the most like Superman? In my opinion, I think Henry Cavill does. Alright, I guess we should talk about the movie we watched. So, we were debating between a couple of movies. We could have watched one called Long Legs, which I think was a horror movie. But no, we did not end up watching that. We ended up watching... What? We ended up watching Karate Kid Legends. That movie came out recently. When did that come out, actually? Karate Kid Legends, that came out... when did it come out? May 30th. So, June, July, August, not even 3 months ago. So Karate Kid Legends was a relatively fine movie. I'm not too invested into the Karate Kid franchise. Yeah. I think out of all the Karate Kid anything out there, I may have only seen the very first one, and that's it. Well, now this one as well. So in this movie, we follow, how do I say his name? His name is Li Fong, although it's like Zhao Li Fong. So Zhao Li Fong, his last name's Fong, but technically I think in Chinese you say the last name first, so is it Fong Zhao Li? I'm just gonna call him Li Fong. So the movie opens up with Li's mother, played by Ming-Na Wen, W casting there, always great to see her. Not only is she Mulan herself, but she's also Melinda May, the cavalry. So always a W to see Ming-Na Wen. You know, despite the fact that I think she's still beautiful for her age, that's for me personally, that's a little bizarre because she actually kind of looks like my mom. Not only that, there's another actress out there who is beautiful and the world knows she's beautiful, but to me, there's hints of her facial feature that kind of resembles my mom, which is a little bizarre. And that actress is Gal Gadot. In my opinion, actresses like Ming-Na Wen and Gal Gadot, they kind of look like my mom, so it's kind of weird for me to think that they're hot. What? Anyways, so what the hell was her character's name again? It doesn't say. It doesn't really not say. The front page of Google doesn't say. IMDb doesn't say either. It just says Dr. Fong. I guess Ming-Na Wen's character just doesn't have a name. If it was said, then I clearly missed it. So it opens up with Li Fong's mother going to like the training academy to get her son Li out of there because she doesn't want her son to be training in the martial arts. You know, training under the guidance of Jackie Chan's character, Mr. Han. It just says his name is Mr. Han. Does it not even give him his first name? The character's first name? So we get hints of a backstory that Li lost his brother to martial arts. So that's why his mother doesn't want him training in martial arts. So what do? They move to America. They move from Beijing, China to New York, America. And they're moving there because of his mother's new job at a hospital, because she's like a nurse. Good for her. So they move to America. They're settling into their new apartment. So Li, he goes to the nearby pizza place to get some food. He walks in, he asks, "Do you guys have stuffed crust?" And then the owner of the place, Victor, man, he mad rude as hell. He's just like, all right, kid, let me tell you how you can get stuffed crust. If you go down to the subway, go over there, somewhere else, just get away from here and you'll find your stuffed crust eventually. It's like, what the hell? Rude ass dude. Supposedly the owner of the business and saying that to a kid. What the hell? Nah, me personally, I wouldn't take that shit. Later on in the movie, he gets treated... I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, he gets kind of treated with some disrespect. But, you know, I'm just like, I guess you kind of deserve it. Despite, if I was in your position, no, I would not take that disrespect either. So yeah, Victor, the owner of the pizza place, basically tells the new Asian boy, shoo, go away, we don't have stuffed crust. But then, the love interest, the daughter, the girl, the waitress is just like, ignore these idiots, one of them who is my father. What can I help you with? What can I get you? Thus, sparking some sort of relationship. Turns out that they also go to the same school together. We see Lee have trouble adjusting to his new life in America. Which, I get that. If I moved to Beijing, China, I would be absolutely screwed. Because I would be an outsider, absolutely. You try to enroll me in the China school system? Oh, hell no, I'd drop out day one. Because I would not know the system. I would not know what anyone says. At least Li Fong, at least he knows English. At least he's pretty fluent in English. There was even a scene where Mia, I forgot to mention that, Victor's daughter name is Mia. There was a scene later where Mia even asked, how is your English so good? Even my friends and I, we were questioning, like, yeah, how is his English so good? If he was born and raised in Beijing, China before he moved to New York, one, his English should not be that good, and two, he should have some resemblance of a Chinese accent as he speaks. But no, the way he speaks kind of sounds like the way I speak English. No Chinese accent in sight, which, in my opinion, at least for me, good. Good, I better not have one. Swear to God. So, it turns out that there was what? A foreign program, school, whatever. So, he, wasn't just in Chinese schools, so he also learned English as well. There was a live-action Kim Possible movie? Since when? 2019? Huh. Either I completely forgot about this, or I never heard of it. I don't recall there being a live-action Kim Possible. I think I may have heard about it, but that was a while ago. Anyways, I don't know, I just saw this pop up. So there's also this other guy, Connor Day, who is a jerk, a dick, a bully. We don't really see that in movies anymore, and we certainly don't see that in Pokemon games anymore. So, he is the ex of Mia. The reason she even dated this punk is because, rebellious teenage phase. Her dad told her to stay away from him, so she did exactly the opposite. How kids do. So now this guy, he is butthurt. He wants to get back with his ex, but she clearly doesn't, and then he's also jealous that she's interested in this new guy, this very Asian boy. So Connor is also training in martial arts, because of course he is. Yada yada yada, they're gonna fight in a tournament, because of course they will. But before that, well, Victor, Mia's father, took out a loan from some very dangerous people in order to pay for his business so he can raise his daughter properly. But now he owes the money. So people, the loan sharks or whatever that he borrowed from, send people over to claim money and intimidate. And also, Victor is a boxer. No, he's not. He's not Jack Murdoch. So, Lee helps fight off the people going against Victor. So Victor wants Lee to train him in the way of the Asian martial arts, not just boxing. Eventually he does. And then we get this montage of Lee training Victor with like kung fu and karate. And I'm just thinking, how is that gonna help when it comes to boxing? Because there's no kicking in boxing. But whatever. So we get this training montage where, you know, everything is kung fu, so they use literally everything. They hit pizza dough, they do that like punch jab to olive oil containers. And this is a scene where I was like, man, I would not take that disrespect. The crouching tiger position or whatever. So you're sitting on a chair, you hold two heavy objects in your hands, held right in front of you, and then you remove the chair. You stay in that position. Victor's like, how long do I stay in this position for? And Lee's just like, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'll be back later. Nah, me personally, I would not take that disrespect. But whatever. So Victor, this grown-ass man, is being trained by this, like, high school freshman on Kung Fu for a boxing match so that he can win money to pay off his loan sharks. Alright. So anyway, oh yeah, there's also a scene... what even was the point of this character in this movie? So... Lee's mother puts him up with a tutor, Alan, and then they become friends. Alan served almost no purpose to the movie, but he's definitely in this movie. I recognize this guy from the It movies. Played by Wyatt Olaf. So, yeah, Lee has a tutor who occasionally is like a friend to him, is like a wingman, kind of like, hey man, you were killing it in your algebra. Come on, you deserve a break. Go to this event with this girl you like. It's like, damn, W right there. But all in all, aside from just propping up his boy, he doesn't really do anything in the movie. So anyways, the boxing tournament comes. So Victor is fighting the other guy. And, well, during the fight, at first he's losing and then he gets the upper hand, but then the opponent does some sort of like illegal move, so the ref says, hey, foul. But then the dude just keeps on beating the shit out of Victor, and the ref does nothing to stop him. To the point, Victor gets landed in the hospital. Wouldn't that be an automatic disqualification? You land a move that's not allowed, the ref said stop, and you just kept on going, kept on beating him to the point you land him in the hospital. Isn't that an easy disqualification? Doesn't Victor win by default? I don't know, you tell me. I don't know anything about boxing. If someone gets disqualified, does the person win the prize money by default? Or is it because it was not won legitimately, there is no prize winning? Someone tell me. So while Victor was being rushed to the hospital, and of course it's the hospital that Lee's mother works at, because of course the hell it is. Small world, right? Lee also gets some PTSD flashbacks to his brother's death. Because his brother, I guess, won something, but then the person who lost got super butthurt. So they got jumped one night, and dude literally pulled out a knife and shanked his brother. So like, all right, kung fu with knives, okay. I kind of thought kung fu you would be able to, you know, deflect a person with a weapon. I know that's not guaranteed, but I thought it would help, right? But then again, they were outnumbered, they were jumped, and he was pinned down by 2 other guys as he got shanked, I think. So anyways, now Victor's in the hospital. We really don't hear much about his winnings afterwards, or if he won by default. We don't really hear anything about that afterwards. Oop, the song's about to end. Let's replay that. So then, for some reason, Mr. Han, Jackie Chan's character, somehow has a sense that Lee is in trouble. He's, something's wrong over there, so he flies all the way to America to help him out. None of these guys have any jet lag, by the way. Lee and his mother, fine. I can accept that. They moved in, they had time to adjust. Mr. Han, though, he just got there. No jet lag whatsoever. It's like a 13-hour difference. But whatever. So, what does Mr. Han do? Well, he breaks into their apartment and attacks Lee to test his martial arts skills. Nah, you lucky you didn't break into the wrong apartment, cause you in New York, son. You break into the wrong apartment and start attacking, you're gonna get met with a gut full of bullets. But yeah, so they trash the apartment by fighting, and then right as Lee's mother comes in, well, he just jumps back to the table, sitting there as if nothing happened. And I'm just like, what about all the stuff you damaged? She's gonna see that eventually. But they just don't worry about it. They don't cover the damages, so yeah, don't worry about it. So there's a training montage. But before that, Mr. Han, he goes and visits a friend of his, which is Daniel. Daniel, I'm pretty sure, you know, Daniel-san, from the original movie, although it's a different actor now. My friends told me that the original actor just did not want to come back. That's a bit of a shame, but okay, it is what it is. Goes to see Daniel, who had, you know, same house as the original movie, a picture of Mr. Miyagi since he is very dead. Mr. Miyagi, the actor who played Mr. Miyagi, died 20 years ago. So rest in peace to Pat Morita. Damn, I didn't know it was 20 years ago since he passed. That's a bit of a... Oof, that's rough. But yeah, rest in peace to Mr. Miyagi. So Mr. Han goes to Daniel to help train Lee to fight off this tournament, blah, blah, blah. You know, not only fight against this douchebag, Connor Day, but also the prize winning will be, what, 50 grand? So he can help Victor pay off his debt. Alright. It also turns out that the actor who plays Daniel, Ralph Macchio, if I said his name right, he's 63. Dude does not look a day over like 30, 40 at most. Dude is 63. My friend showed me an interview he had where he was asked his age, and he's like, no, I'm not 18. I just turned 30. This man does not age. He ages even less than Paul Rudd. Damn. Must be nice to have some blessed genetics out there, you know? Oops, sorry about that. I completely forgot to reset. So yeah, training montage. There was also the scene in the subway where they use the crossing rail as a training thing because he needs to learn how to dodge the high up kick. So there's a jump kick, the tiger kick, the dragon kick, whatever it is, but it leaves you open. So you need to land the move, expect it to fail, dodge the counter, and then counter yourself. So that's why they were training in the subway. The security guard was just like, you're not about to train here, but then Jackie Chan pulls out his like Metro card. I'm surprised they were even allowed to, despite the fact that they were, you know, paying technically. I'm surprised they were even allowed to, you know? So this is supposed to be some sort of official event, this big martial arts tournament. You know, with a 50 grand prize. $50,000 grand prize. But yet the first rounds of the tournament take place in the suburbs? Not even the suburbs, in like an alleyway under a bridge. It's like, all right. Yada yada yada. Of course, Li Fong makes it to the finals, same as Connor Day. Of course, they fight. Lee starts losing, but then he starts winning, and then he wins the tournament, and then there you go. So it turns out everyone had a code name, a goofy little code name to enter themselves into the tournament, and Lee's nickname was Stuffed Crust. That's like a running joke in this whole movie, stuffed crust. The kid asked for stuffed crust this one time. God forbid he asked for anything actually bizarre. Like, do you have any condoms in there? Like, well, I shouldn't say that, he's a kid. Do you have any, what's something weird that kids would have asked for? I don't want to go so far as to say lotion and tissue paper. What's something weird kids would have asked for? I don't know, looking around what I have here, bath bombs, I guess. But yeah, yada yada yada. Li Fong wins against Connor Day. He wins the 50 grand. He hooks up with, you know, the love interest in the movie. Like, damn. It's kind of refreshing, once again, just like with K-pop Demon Hunters, it's refreshing to see just a good story being told, no pandering bullshit, no girl boss, no preaching, no identity politics, it's just simple storytelling. And once again, by the looks of it, by the looks of the movie, no over-bloated budget, no studio meddling. Then again, this movie, I can't imagine had that big of a budget. There's no CGI, no practical... no CGI, no special effects. It's just all martial arts, choreography. So I can't imagine this movie's budget was too high. But yeah, nice, simple storytelling, filmmaking. What's so hard about that, Hollywood? And also, they all work at the pizzeria now. So Victor, Mia, Lee, and Alan work there too. The stuffed crust is now a limited time special at the pizzeria. Nice. Well, they have a pizza delivered to Daniel and his establishment, and then there's this random guy that's there. this character named Nathan, I think. He's supposedly a character, or was it Johnny? Was it Johnny Lawrence? I don't know. I don't know who this character is. Supposedly he was part of the show. I think it was Cobra Kai. Like, he's in the Cobra Kai TV show, and then he showed up here as a cameo. I didn't watch Cobra Kai. Like I said, I'm not too invested into the Karate Kid franchise. So when this guy showed up, I didn't know who he was. But a friend told me as he showed up, like, hey, he's from the show, and supposedly Daniel and this guy became like a gay couple by the end of the Cobra Kai show. Of course they did. I don't know if that's true or not. Even if that is true, in the movie, there was no gay anything. It was just a guy with another guy in his house, and then they talked about pizza and business opportunities. Nothing gay about that. So even if there was some woke bullshit in the Cobra Kai show, none of that translated into the movie. Good. Good. Very good. You hear that, Hollywood? Very good. Excellent. Because, say, someone like me, who doesn't really know too much about Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, and is sick of all this woke garbage in Hollywood, I was watching a decent movie with relatively unpolluted storytelling, only for you to shove a gay couple at the very end? No. So what you did, good. If there was gay stuff in Cobra Kai, you left all of that out. You just simply had the character appear, and that's it. Good. You hear that, Hollywood? Good. So, as we were watching the movie, my friends did complain about the pacing a little bit. The ending montage, it seemed kind of rushed. Like, there wasn't really too much of a training montage. And then we abruptly just cut to certain scenes, and then we just cut to the tournament. Now, the runtime of this movie is rather short. It's like an hour-and-a-half movie, so it's not that long of a movie. I feel like they could have put more in for the training montage. Like, it's already a relatively short movie, you know? A little bit more into the training montage would not have hurt. However, and yes, my voice did just crack. However, what we got was okay, you know? Pacing, I mean. The pacing wasn't bad, you know? It did its storytelling relatively, thoroughly. Like, it flowed relatively well. It's just the ending, the pacing kind of sped up to get us to the to get us through the training arc to the actual tournament, like the finals. Oh, give me a second. So yeah, the movie, not bad. Give me a second, folks. I think I stepped on some vomit. I'll be back after I clean my foot. That's not shiny. Shiny Giratina has no yellow. You know, aside from not eating anything for days, he also throws up a lot, which is very bad. You know? Empty stomach and nothing comes out. So it's just bile or stomach acid or whatever. So that's bad all around. Give me a sec, I'll be right back. I gotta make sure everything's okay. Well, you let me know what you guys thought about Karate Kid Legends. Holy moly. So I'm seeing online, Pokemon Worlds is happening right now at Anaheim. And Eternatus in Pokemon Go is making like an early debut for there. Okay, let me look at this new info. Update to Pokemon Go's Gigantamax battles. Band together in bigger ways than ever before to take on Gigantamax battles and Eternamax Eternatus. Starting with Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale, groups of up to 100 trainers split into groups of 4 or fewer can join the same battle against a Gigantamax Pokemon or Eternamax Eternatus. The more trainers who join in, the greater the chance of success. This change will apply worldwide, and it will remain in effect after the conclusion of the event. Okay. So after the event is over, we can still have up to 100 trainers for Gigantamax battles. I wonder if that includes Dynamax. I don't know why you would ever need to. Oh, I guess legendaries. But it says specifically Gigantamax and Eternamax. It doesn't say Dynamax. Interesting. And then I see here a screenshot of, holy, how much it will take to power up Eternatus to max, to level 50. 8,900 candies, and 8,900 XL candies. Now, I have not seen anyone else point out this Easter egg yet. Eternatus is Pokemon number 890 in the Pokedex, so for it to need 8,900 candies and XL candies kind of seems fitting, but then again, it's also like, damn, that's a lot. You couldn't have just made it 890 of each? You had to make it 8,000? Damn, I have a lot of people in Pokemon Go, in my Pokemon Go, on my friends list. Majority of who I've never met before. Like, actually in person. I saw a lot of them are sending gifts with the location tag of Anaheim, California. Which meant they went to the event. Damn, I wish I went to the event. I never get the opportunity to go. I want to, though, but one, it's a lot of money. Just to go and spend more money. And two, well, now that I have a job, it makes it even harder for me to plan trips. Not like it was easy beforehand. I am curious to see, though, because there is footage of Eternamax Eternatus raids. I'm curious just how difficult it's going to be. So yeah, take down Eternamax Eternatus, cannot catch. I feel like it's rather stupid that we are not ever allowed to use Eternamax Eternatus, no matter if it is broken or not. Like, why not? Just let us use it. Why not? Who cares if it's broken? You're probably gonna ban it for tournaments anyways. Did you get one Pokeball? $8.90 Stardust, one single Pokeball. Oh, so you only get to catch it in a Pokeball. Interesting. I was gonna catch it in a Pokeball anyways. You know. And it doesn't seem like you get the option to use Pineapple Berries or Silver Pineapple Berries. It kind of gets treated like a mythical. You get what you get. The way they give it to you. So it looks like you catch Eternatus in its Eternamax form. But then once you catch it, it becomes the regular Eternatus. And then you can never make it into Eternamax. Adventure effect. This Pokemon knows an attack with an effect. Out blah blah blah. I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon in Pokemon Go get more special treatment than Eternatus. I could be wrong though, you let me know. I've been waiting for Eternatus to come to Pokemon Go for quite a while. I kind of thought it would be the first Pokemon, or rather the first legendary Pokemon to debut in both raids and max battles. And then, you know, you pick which one you want to get it from. And you can use it for either one. You get it from a raid, you can use it in a Dynamax battle. I thought that would be the case. I don't know, that's just what I thought. Whoops. So, yeah, by the looks of it, Eternatus has debuted early in Pokemon Go at Pokemon Worlds. And, oh yeah, if I don't get a hundo, which chances are I'm not going to. If I don't get my Eternatus as a hundo, I will be golden bottle capping it. I see right now Pokédaxi is live. You know what? I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna put my headphones in and I'm gonna watch this. The way it looks, it doesn't look like Eternamax Eternatus is too hard to take down. But it is live happening at Worlds right now, and there are hundreds of people doing the raids all at once, so that makes it a lot easier. I imagine global, it's going to be a lot harder because there's not going to be hundreds of people at every single stop. Wait, someone got a hundo. Damn. Now I really wish I could have gone to Anaheim. Wait a second. JT Valor got an XXL hundo? You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. I'm looking this up. He really did. JT Valor. XXL Hundo Eternatus. Holy shit. Ideally, that's the one I want. Not only an XXL. Wait. Not only a Hundo, but an XXL. That's what I want. Holy shit. Congratulations to JT Valor. I can't wait to watch that video. Oh man, now I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I know I will not get that. Not only a hundo, but an XXL as well. I'm right now just watching Pokédaxy's live stream at Anaheim Pokemon Worlds. Yeah, I gotta go close that door. When did that bot show up in the chat? Give me a second. After this one, I'll be right back. Or maybe one more reset. Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry about that. I just had to take care of something real quick on my phone. So that's why I had to turn off the stream for a second. But we're good now. Took about like 2 minutes. That's still crazy. An XXL Hundo Eternatus. JT Valor, mad lucky. I didn't even consider an XXL. Me personally, of course I was hoping for a Hundo. We all were. Or we all are. But to get an XXL Hundo, that's insane! You know, technically in Pokemon Go is the only way to get certain legendaries and mythicals with either the Teensy mark or the Jumbo mark. Like, for me personally, in my Pokemon Go, I have an XXS Victini. I have a double XS Victini. If I were to transfer that to Pokemon Home and send it to Scarlet and Violet, I could get it with the Teensy mark. Mainline games, you kind of cannot control the size of a legendary you catch. It's kind of standard. It's kind of preset. And it is rather rare to get an XXL, a double XL, or a double XS legendary, let alone a mythical. I do have a double XL Shadow Suicune in my game, regular, not shiny. I have a double XS shiny Therian form Thundurus in my game. When Go Fest Max Finale happens, the thing I'm looking to do, I need to do at least one Articuno Dynamax raid. Because I need the Articuno candy. So if I have an Articuno, I can leave it at power spots, and I can grind for 5 candies at a time. It's better than nothing. So I'm looking to do at least one max raid Articuno, and I'm hoping to do at least just one Gigantamax Charizard, because I still never did one. I have a shiny Dynamax Charizard, but I don't have a shiny Gigantamax. I don't even have a single Gigantamax Charizard. So I'm hoping to at least get one. Obviously, if it was shiny, it'd be even better. I'm still watching. I'm watching Pokédaxi's live stream. He finally encountered. He finally encountered JT Valor. Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. I gotta see. Oh my god. Oh, he filmed it too. I can't wait to see that video. You know, I sure will not be spending money on remote raid passes to do Gigantamax. No, wait. Wait, let me say that again. I sure will not be spending money on remote raid passes to do Eternamax raids for the candies. I will not be doing that. I'll try my best to do some in-person events. If not, well, I guess I'm never powering it up. That, or unless I want Eternatus as my buddy for the next, like, 10 years. Constantly grinding for candies, it's gonna take, like, 50 kilometers to get one candy. Oops. Okay, let me take a look at the Pokemon YouTube channel. Pokemon TCG Pocket Mega Evolution is coming this fall. Okay, so there's new sets coming for Mega soon. Wait a second. Don't tell me you're going back to the old packs and adding more cards. Wait, don't tell me Megas are gonna be a new rarity. Okay, no, they're still the 4 diamonds. They're still the same as the EX cards. Okay, so there's a new trailer for Legends ZA. Let's take a look. Damn, this guy's very passionate in this trailer. Okay, so there looks like there's a little bit of... Wait, is this right? Oh, nope, this isn't what I thought. Or is it? Pokemon Champions... Oh, it is! Pokemon Champions at Worlds 2026. What else is new? Pokemon XP and Pokemon World Champions. Let's see what this was. We already knew the location for 2026. We knew that a year ago, but let me just watch this. What is this? Alright. Janitor cleaning up, listening to the Pokemon theme song. Was that a Walkman he was using? San Francisco. I think we already knew that. That was announced a year ago. However, professional rider on a closed course. Seems like Pokemon XP is a new event for next year. Alright, that guy just got flashbanged. Well, let me go close that door real quick. Pokemon TV's already up to season 5? Is there seriously that few episodes per season? Season 1, 52. Season 2, 60. Okay, it's more than I thought. But season 3, 41. Season 4, 52. Really? That was it? Then again, 50 episodes, 60 episodes, 41 episodes. That's still quite a lot. Well, in like 2 more minutes, that'll be it for tonight. Well, last encounter for tonight. No shiny. I'll see you guys next time.